The fire-extinguishing Dallas Stars end up smothering the Calgary Flames for 2 periods, but it's not enough. They don't have enough juice. They don't have enough firemen. They don't have enough fire hoses because the Calgary Flames pour it on. The temperature goes way up, and they end up winning this game 3-1 to take a 3-2 series lead over the Dallas Stars in Game 5. Super boring or super amazing? Let's talk about it. It has become very apparent, and being a fan of the Central Division and the Winnipeg Jets, I have watched a lot of Dallas Stars games. I have cried at a lot of Dallas Stars games because they tend to take games to overtime and win by that, and they keep things tight because they play a mucking, system-clogging, incredibly frustrating, neutral zone trap that everybody plays the trap, by the way. Like, spoiler alert, it's not a bad word. It's a tactic that's been around for 25 years, longer, but popularized over 25 years. Not just a hat rack. Catch up. There's a quiz later. But they end up clogging up the middle on purpose here. And this is how you know hockey ain't fake and it is not rigged, because you are not drawing any ratings, unless you're a Stars fan and you're up 1-0, anywhere else in the NHL, because they were sitting there begging, pleading, please have anything on the highlight reel. And it comes in the form of Andrew Mangiapane. It may have taken to the third period, but Backlund, Mangiapane, and the second line of the Calgary Flames, they end up getting it done. Backlund puts in the tying goal. Mangiapane puts in the go-ahead goal. Trevor Lewis, of course, former Winnipeg Jet, fourth-line player, GOAT of the Flames. This guy, you're getting your value out of Trevor Lewis this series. Damn, absolute value play on this guy. That's great. It'll help you win. They end up netting the empty netter from Johnny Gaudreau and Elias Lindholm. I'm not going to spend a whole bunch of time, Flames fans. We've talked about it enough. We had one video where I said, hey, where are you, first line? We had a second video where the first line showed up, and I said, Johnny Gaudreau scored on a penalty shot. He's unable to get loose when things are open and people are hooking and holding him. That's his job, results-based business. That's what we got to do. Now you're caught up on 40 minutes of videos, so there you go. And I said, I don't know if that means he's back or he's doing what he needs to do. And he doesn't do much in this game again, but he gets a point in the empty net. That's huge. Joe Pavelski, the fire extinguisher himself, is stopped at the end of the game by Jacob Markstrom. Beautiful save. Huge save. Jake Oettinger is doing Jake Oettinger things, which is always way overperforming, lining him up to be the future of the Dallas Stars, becoming maybe even the possibly next top 5 goalie in the NHL that we start calling elite, along with guys like Connor Hellebuck, Andrei Vasilevsky, and Jacob Markstrom. This kid's had a damn good series. Now, fans of both teams, when you're involved in a game like this, people, I find, don't like when you call the first few periods of a game boring. When you're a homer and you're part of this, you can find any reason to be invested because you are emotionally invested in these two teams. In the playoffs as a whole, it has been banana sandwich, goals everywhere. Sidney Crosby's out. Injury this. 10 goals in a game that. The Capitals beat the Panthers. The Panthers score 5 to answer back against the Capitals. Swings, ebbs and flows. It's been crazy. But this series has been a defensive battle. So if you're into defensive battle, neutral zone traps, and clogging the middle of the zone with the first lines underperforming, this is the series for you. And I don't say that to be rude to either team. All that matters is getting the win. Let's be clear. When I say results-based business, I mean it. I don't care if you win 1-0 with 2 shots on net versus another team that gets 1 shot on net. You're there to win the Stanley Cup. You're not there to entertain me or anybody else. And the home fans are going to love you regardless because they want the results. They want the W, and the Sea of Red gets that today. Right, Calgary? You got to love it. That Sea of Red is intimidating to play in. When I watch that building on TV, I don't know how it looks in person. I haven't been to a Flames game in the playoffs in person. I've been there in the regular season. Building's rocking, but the Sea of Red is blended with a whole bunch of other shirts, and that's regular season hockey for you. But in the playoffs, man, that looks like an intimidating building to play in, the Saddle Dome. It's old, it's gringy, it looks awesome from the outside. I hear it's falling apart all over the building. I didn't really look that close, to be honest. Hey, arena deal or no arena deal, the Flames are up 3-2. 7 shots to 7 shots in the first period. The Flames are up 3-2. 9 shots to 9 shots in the second period. The Flames are up 3-2. 5 total penalties in the game. The Flames are up 3-2. Do you get the point? Boring or not? Irrelevant. You got the W. That third period, though, especially the last 10 minutes, you got your price of admission. Very, very good job there. And I got to give the props out to the Dallas Stars. Again, I use the analogy, ball peen hammer against the dam, and I think the Flames just continue to sit there and chip away at the dam, and the dam continues to break game after game now, 2 games after 2 games. You can only survive so long, Dallas Stars fans, playing neutral zone traps, weak side locks, plugging up the middle, and slowing down fast teams like Calgary. It can work. It is very difficult to work in a sustainable series for 4 games when you are playing a team as deep and talented as this. Now, the only criticism I would have for the Flames, you win as a team, you lose as a team, but I am very nervous for Calgary and this first line. I'm very nervous about Johnny Gaudreau, Lindholm, and Tkachuk getting going. They haven't gotten going yet. They got a little bit going last game. I expected to see dominance from 3 of the best players in the NHL right now. And even when I say dominance, it doesn't have to be on the scoreboard. It just has to be all over the ice. A handful to answer. In the NHL playoffs, if a good team, say the Calgary Flames, the St. Louis Blues, don't tell Blues fans. They think I hate them or they think I don't think their team's good or something. So we'll keep that between you and me. But when you end up playing teams like this, it's like you need that first line to beat their first line because they're going to eat up 30 to 40% of your minutes. And if you lose 30 to 40% of your minutes without scoring a goal, you're in big trouble because the second line is tasked with scoring 20 to 25% of your goals because they eat up 20 to 25% of your minutes. Then your third line is going ahead and filling in, and your fourth line's a bonus. So if you're getting scoring on the third line and the fourth line, hey, you'll take that all day. Second line did their job tonight. A little bit overperforming. You expect kind of a goal and a half from the second line, goal-ish. 2 goals is great. That's exactly what you want. First line, though, you need to pot in 2 every night somehow. It doesn't have to come from the line, maybe a feedback to the D, but sustainably to win hockey games, that has to occur, in my opinion. But get out of this series, get through it, because the muck that Dallas has dragged you in, the trenches they're fighting in, it feels like quicksand. But I believe at this point, Calgary has battled their way out with 2 straight wins. So they're finding a way to get it done. And Flames fans, we're hoping to follow you all the way to the Battle of Alberta. Kings fans on this channel, I don't dislike the Kings or the Kings fans, but I am very excited to see Edmonton play Calgary. That is my dream. That is what I want. Unfortunately, Edmonton can't figure it out because they only have 2 players that they're playing with and a couple little sprinkles of depth, but Calgary sprinkled it out. And again, all Calgary fans care about is the W. But Flames fans, you've been here. Why don't you go ahead, smash subscribe, like, join our Discord, link up with us. We'd love to have some more Canadian hockey fans with us in our Discord. It's growing disproportionately American, but we love Americans too. It's all good. Hockey fans are hockey fans. Flames fans also, Dallas Stars fans. If you find a little bit of help from these videos and you're enjoying our walk along of this series, consider joining up with our membership group there down below if you feel it's for you. If not, a comment, a thumbs up, a subscribe, and a like is the way to go. We call it the coach's staff down below. It's very similar to a lot of the programs they run on Twitch TV. YouTube's just expanding. It's offering different offerings for a whole bunch of viewers and different customers. We will always be free content, but if you want to interact with Coach Ryan D a little bit more, that is an option for you, along with the super thanks button down below. Hey, thanks for being here. We really appreciate it. Now let's go ahead and break down a couple goals. Goal number 1 is Jamie Benn doing Jamie Benn things. This guy's a Mack truck. He's on the right side of the puck defensively, and look at him battle. This guy has always been a monster. I've loved Jamie Benn since he entered the league. He's a BC boy from the BCHL, ended up moving over to the WHL there. Single-handedly wins the battle by reaching in using that big body position. He's able to move it down to Robertson, who is a monster in his own right. Robertson is definitely the best player on this team. I love Joe Pavelski. I love Miro Heiskanen, but Jason Robertson, unreal. Robertson ends up cruising in. Markov here gets in good position, in my opinion. This is what we call the typical hybrid position. He has the post held. Normally, you'd think you'd be shooting for this little open spot here by the ear hole. That's why we say it. But there's also normally in the hybrid position a little open spot over here just below the glove. Yes, the goalie can move his glove, which is why I like it over and above the ear hole. But Robertson's so good. He knows where to shoot. He knows how to score. He's going to pop that right glove side. It ends up feeling like it trickles through that glove of Markstrom off a couple legs. Sagan is there to bang it in if he needs it, but it's Robertson's goal. That's 1-0 Dallas, and you're going, crap. 14-11 in shots halfway through this game. Is this really going to happen again? Don't worry, though. Backlund and Mangiapane is going to go ahead and take care of this. This is a 4-on-3. Technically a 5-on-3 when you include the back checker here. So the fact that Calgary is able to get through this just shows the skill, and you can see the swing in the game. Last goal we showed, the shots were 14-11. Now they're 23-18. Dallas is pouring it on. Zone entry here. Here is your problem. You have 4 guys. Why are you all backing up? I don't understand this at all. This is not good defense, but this is what happens when you play a neutral zone trap. The whole point, though, to a neutral zone trap and why they have 4 people there is because you are supposed to stand them up at the blue line. You're going to try to force them to dump the puck in or cause a turnover at the blue line or the red line. That is the basic goal of the neutral zone trap. Plug up the middle, don't let them into your zone. But 4 people back up, and this is why I say the trap is not something you want to run over and over and over again, because at the end of the day, eventually you can break it. And this just gets broken by pure skill. It's not the strategic way to break the trap, but at the end of the game, when people are tired at this, you can go ahead and see what Coleman's doing. Mangiapane is driving the net here. You have a 2-on-3. It is all speed and power from Coleman. We remember these from his Tampa Bay days. He ends up sneaking it through to Dallas Stars. Oettinger is down. Mangiapane ends up picking up the rebound, curling over and finding late man Mikhail Backlund. Again, all 5 Dallas Stars are back at this point in time. Somebody needs to have their head on the swivel and calling for Backlund here, but they don't do it. Mangiapane ends up pivoting around the center. Oettinger's got good, but take a look at the fact that they let Backlund sneak in behind him. This isn't the right D. You don't want to pressure forward on this. Everybody needs to take care of the back door, but they don't do it. And you have numbers. You have so many people to take care of it. So give Backlund all the credit in the world. He sneaks in behind. The 3-on-5 ends up working, and that is a testament to the talent of the second line of the Calgary Flames. Hey, when you're down 2, you may as well score 1, right? And by down 2, we mean down 2 players is a 3-on-5, not down 2 in goals. I kind of feel like a comment will come for that. Mangiapane gets on the right side of the puck here. Again, we have a 2-on-1. We love that. We have the puck support, and we have Mangiapane, who is going to end up winning this battle, moving the puck backwards for a neutral zone regroup. I love neutral zone regroups because neutral zone regroups allow you to pick up speed in the neutral zone. Mangiapane does exactly what you need to do, and that is follow this little J hook and then end up moving the ice. Defenseman has an option. You can go D to D. This is not the play. Not right now. He ends up moving it up the wall, which is the exact correct play that you want to make in this situation. It was a perfect read. Regroups allow you to hit with speed, and what you're going to end up seeing here is the winger's job is to cut across the ice. We call this buying ice, and the job of it is to drag this defenseman with him. Why? So you can have 2, sometimes 3 players go widen the ice and have a hole to enter the zone. Where Backlund's at right now, he can either bump it out wide with a pass, or he can do what we call a hard rim, where he's going to fire it into the zone all the way around wide, hoping that the puck ends up over here near the blue line. Backlund chooses to make a nifty little move here, and that's a fine play. He had option, dealer's choice. That backhand ends up moving out over to Mangiapane, who ends up just sniping it. Absolute snipe show. Bar down ski. That is disgusting. It's gross. You got to love what happens in that goal. The sea of red explodes. Everybody goes crazy, and that is the game. 2-1 Flames. Throw some credit out here to Jacob Markstrom's way. He says, the game is on the line. Joe Pavelski finds himself all alone in the middle. Very rare for a Daryl Sutter coach team to allow this to happen, but you find the best goal scorer on Dallas, the guy who's been the hottest this series. He ends up picking up that puck, pivots open. Markstrom finds the puck. He's able to track it, and wow, what a gorgeous save by Markstrom. Calgary Flames, well coached, are not going to allow a rebound to get swallowed up by a jersey in white. The red guys end up picking it up, finishing the game out, but that is the game-winning save from Markstrom. It may only be 19 shots, but the 20th save he made was the most important. All right, Flames fans, Stars fans, you let me know down below. Flames, are you closing it out in Dallas in Game 6? Or Stars fans, are you guys going to be bringing the heat, and are the Flames going to cool out? If you end up cooling out the Flames, we move to Game 7 in Calgary. It's been a pretty tight series if you're a fan of this series, if you're a fan of defensive hockey, if you're a home crowd guy like this. These teams have gone hard. It's good hockey at the end of the day. So if you like goals, hey, it is what it is. It's been defensive both ways. Somebody's going to come out of this. I'm cheering for the Battle of Alberta because I want to see it. But we've got to get through Game 6 and maybe Game 7. And who knows, maybe we'll end up with a Dallas-LA matchup. We'll catch you guys in the next one.